Astuces.
Bonjour et bienvenue à A Astuces 15, Inclusive Design in FSL, Empowering Students with Special Education Needs. In this video capsule, we will highlight resources available to the system that support an inclusive design in FSL programs, with particular focus on being responsive to the needs of students with special education programming. As noted by the Ministry of Education, ensuring equity in our education system is a foundational step that will help all students in Ontario achieve excellence. A key strategy related to ensuring equity is inclusive education, which is based on the acceptance and inclusion of all students. Researchers note that students with special education needs who are included in FSL programs may gain increased confidence and other affective benefits associated with feeling included. The Peel District School Board's multi-year strategic plan provides a visionary roadmap centering students through the 4 pillars of student achievement, safety and well-being, equity and inclusion, and community engagement. We continue our commitments to inclusive design, equitable access and programming, student success, and a sense of belonging for every student in a French program in Peel District School Board. The following resource was developed by the FSL Central team to encourage criticality and intentional backwards design that includes the diversity of students' needs and identities in FSL programs. The ministry resource, including students with special education needs in FSL, complements a framework for FSL and clarifies the foundational principle that FSL programs are for all students, including students with special education needs in French as a second language program, reminds us that it is particularly important to provide the best possible learning opportunities and supports for students who may be at risk of not succeeding. For this reason, including students with special education needs in FSL focuses not only on ways of making FSL programs more available to students with special education needs, but also on the supports these students need to succeed. This resource is available on the FSL SharePoint site. The FSL SharePoint site offers information, memos, guidelines, and resources to support students with special education needs in FSL programs. Once on the FSL SharePoint site, click on the Pin tab on the right-hand side of the page, or scroll down to the Special Education folder. Examples of supporting resources found on the FSL SharePoint site include, but are not limited to, a guide to the digital landscape that highlights such resources as Lumio, Google Read and Write, and OrbitNote that can be used to support diverse learning needs. Promising inclusive instructional strategies for French as a second language teachers offers concrete practical strategies for creating learning environments and experiences and assessing learning through inclusive design. We invite you to consider how the selection and/or creation of equitable and effective resources support an inclusive and multimodal approach to language learning. Quelques autres exemples de ressources inclusives envoyées au système incluent Smash Education. D'abord ancré dans la conception universelle de l'apprentissage, or UDL, et la pédagogie sensible à la culture, CRRP, Smash offre les fonctionnalités telles que la différenciation selon le contenu et ou pour élèves ayant des besoins spécifiques. Entre autres, Club Mystère, destiné au niveau junior du français de base, explicitement indique les façons dont des cas sont différenciés afin de donner des différents points d'entrée et d'appui. A reminder that the Special Education Department also has a SharePoint site with many resources, as well as support staff. As we continue to practice critical consciousness and make equity-minded decisions, we invite all colleagues to reflect on the following diagram. FSL programs are for all students. Success can come in many forms, but all students can succeed. All students, parents, families, other members of the school community are welcomed and respected. Teachers, educators address individual student needs and ensure sound learning opportunities for every student. We invite you to consider what are our perspectives, beliefs, and biases around who belongs in French programs, particularly French immersion. How we talk about and how we value French programs is essential to impacting how various stakeholders think and feel about French programming.
astuce.